traction and comfort to the terrific give and take of the hardwood game have been manufactured by the Converse Rubber Company of Malden, Massachusetts for over 40 years. Worn by more leading high school, college, and professional players, All-Star is the #1 shoe for America's #1 sport. Players can depend on All-Stars for top performance. Can depend on All-Stars for top performance. The National Invitation Tournament Final, Dayton University in the white versus St. John's at Madison Square Garden in New York. St. John's gets the ball. The feed goes into big Leroy Ellis, and he hits with a hook shot. Dayton's ball. The Flyers have been finalists in this great tournament 5 times before. They're itching to win. There's Bill Chmielewski. Pretty. The Redmen have had a terrific season under coach Joe Lapchick, and here's Kevin Laughery driving in. Good. The Ohio boys bring it back. Tom Hatton on the far side. Gary Roggenberg front and center. It's off the rim, and what a struggle into the basket. Harold Shane finally grabs it and puts it away. Coach Lapchick, all eyes. His Redmen have the ball. Laughery's shot is missed, and Roggenberg takes over for the Flyers. Down the floor to Shane. On to Tom Hatton, and a nifty feed to the tremendous Chmielewski. Once more, St. John's. Willie Hall to Ivan Kovac, who buckets a beauty. Swish. Coach Tom Blackburn of Dayton, center screen. His Flyers are fired up. Watch Gordy Hatton feed Chmielewski in the post. There it is. 2 more points for Dayton. St. John's Laughery takes a desperate shot at the buzzer as Dayton leads at halftime, 35-29. The Flyers ball, second half. The St. John's players are guarding them like leeches. Gordy Hatton drives underneath to Curlin, a nice one. Donnie Burks dribbles it back for St. John's. The feed is to Ellis, and Leroy comes through. Dayton's ball. Number 12 is Gordy Hatton. Out to brother Tom and over to Roggenberg. Shane in the middle. His shot is up, but no good. And Roggenberg rebounds beautifully. Again, it's Donnie Burks for St. John's. The pass to Ellis is almost lost, but Leroy recovers for a fine shot for the Redmen. Still, the Dayton Flyers can't be caught. A whiz of a pass to Gordy Hatton rings up another 2-pointer. The St. John's Redmen are no longer able to overtake them. There's a final basket by high-scoring Kevin Laughery, but only 4 seconds remain. There's the buzzer, and look out for the mob scene. Dayton wins the National Invitation Tournament 73-67 over St. John's. New Orleans versus Wichita for the World Championship of Biddy basketball. There are the Southerners in warm-up. And in front of the camera, the little lads from Wichita. It's Wichita's ball as the game gets underway. They've got a nicely planned attack. Orlando Slow on the post, gets the pass and fires a bullseye of a jump shot. New Orleans ball, and watch the jump shooting of Kirk Leestree. He's great. None of the players in Biddy basketball can be over 5 feet 6 inches tall. Orlando Slow, who's 1 inch under that maximum, gets another pass on the post. And he's an ace. Second half now, Wichita's ball. A steal by New Orleans, and Gus Rorbers goes all the way to score. Once more, it's New Orleans ball, and some of these boys are terrific shots. That's Boyd Schellhaus hitting from way outside. Orlando gets a free throw. These two teams are neck and neck. Here's his second shot. Off the rim, but Lou Edwards rebounds quickly and gains a two-pointer. Talk about excitement with only seconds remaining. It's Wichita's ball, and they trail by 1 point. Dick Squire hits the clincher, and they win the World Biddy Basketball Championship 41-40. Congratulations. The NAIA final pits Prairie View of Texas against Westminster of Pennsylvania. The Texans win possession of the ball. Cornell Lackey jump shooting and hitting. This is the silver anniversary of this great tournament, and there's a big crowd in Municipal Auditorium at Kansas City, Missouri. Warren Salati of Westminster gives to Ron Galbraith. And has he got the range? Clarence Stubblefield brings it back for Prairie View. His jump shot is up, but off the rim. Clarence grabs the rebound for another miss, but teammate Thomas Redmond puts it away. 24-17 in favor of Prairie View at intermission. Westminster has the ball as we start the second half, but the Texans steal it. They've got some sparkling performers down there. Dewey McQueen dribbles the length of the floor. His shot rims the basket, and there's a battle for the rebound. Zelmo Beatty scores for Prairie View. Now the Pennsylvanians. Salati, number 30. Over to Bob Dowds, number 42. And there's Ron Galbraith, who's a menace with that jump shot. He hits. Cornell Lackey for Prairie View. A bounce pass to McQueen. Over to Stubblefield in the corner, and this is pretty. Swish. Westminster ball. Salati gives to Bill Dowds, and then to Bobby Dowds, number 42. Too bad. His range is off, but Lou Skrzynski makes the rebound. That's McQueen of Prairie View on the far side. He can really handle that ball. There's Stubblefield driving. No good, but Beatty taps it in. Coach Buzz Riddle's Westminster Titans are rated number 1 among small colleges, but they've been outplayed tonight by the fantastic Texans. Salati's long jumper is good, but the Prairie View Panthers can't be stopped either. With a final basket by Lackey, they win the NAIA crown 62-53 over Westminster. Cornerstone ceremonies for the Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame at Springfield College, Massachusetts. Edward S. Stites introduces such basketball greats as Dr. Forrest Fogg Allen, Benny Borgman, Dr. Clifford Carlson, Nat Holman, Johnny Beckman, Joe Lapchick, Dutch Dennett, Frank Keeney, Bob Kurland, Easy Ed McCauley, and many others. Since this date also marks the 100th anniversary of Dr. Naismith's birth, it is fitting that his son John presides over the placing of memorabilia in the Cornerstone box. 91-year-old Raymond Kane, one of the 2 surviving members of the first basketball team, shows a picture of that historic group. Bill Mocrae, chairman of the Hall of Fame Honors Committee, pays tribute to the Naismith family. A great day for basketball as a great sport wins a Hall of Fame at Springfield, Massachusetts. Cincinnati has the ball as they battle Ohio State at Louisville for the National Collegiate Championship. Thacker on the far side. Over to Yates. And into Paul Hogue, who hooks it in. Now the Buckeyes. Havlicek holds it up. Passes to Riesbeck, and the feed is to Mel Noel, who lays it in beautifully. For the second straight year, Cincinnati's Bearcats have been ranked second to Ohio State, the number 1 college team in the nation. Thacker's shot is missed, but Hogue makes good on the rebound. A lot of pride and prestige is involved in this all-Ohio final of the NCAA. That's Noel with the ball, number 3. Over to Havlicek, who gives to Riesbeck for a nifty jump shot. Just watch this play. Thacker, number 25, and Yates, number 20, exchange passes. Across to George Wilson for a perfect feed to Yates. Yates cutting, and it's 21 all. Once more, Cincinnati with Thacker and Yates setting up from the outside. Thacker jump shoots from the corner, and he doesn't miss. Ohio State drives back. Watch Johnny Havlicek cut in nicely for the score. A pretty bucket. But Cincinnati is out to vindicate itself for being ranked under the Buckeyes, and they are playing magnificently tonight. Wilson fires to Thacker for a terrific play, and they lead Ohio State 37-29 at the half. Second half, Cincinnati's ball. It's more of the same story with Thacker and Yates setting up on the outside, and just watch big Paul Hogue go over Jerry Lucas for a jump shot. Hogue gets the feed. It's up, and it's in. Mighty Ohio State is in trouble. Noel with the ball. Wilson blocks his shot, but Jerry Lucas recovers with a beauty. There's a standing room only crowd of more than 18,000 fans in Louisville's Freedom Hall to see these two Titans play. Cincinnati still leads. Wilson passes out to Bonham, who hits a bullseye. Lucas is playing with a wrenched knee, and he's having trouble getting past Hogue. His shot rims the basket, but Gerhardt recovers for Ohio State. He gives to Gary Brads for the basket. Cincinnati upset the Buckeyes in the same NCAA final last year. They're eager to do it again, and they're a poised and powerful team. Paul Hogue feeds Tony Yates for another 2 points. Ohio State has not been able to work their highly effective fast break. The Bearcats have really held them down. Havlicek on the far side. Over to Gerhardt, into Lucas, and back to Gerhardt for a driving layup. But Cincinnati is not to be denied. With a final basket by Ron Bonham, the Bearcats topple the number 1 ranked Buckeyes for the NCAA crown, 71-59. The Converse Chuck Taylor All-America selections are the oldest in the history of basketball. Inaugurated in 1932, the 1962 team is the 31st in a row. Selections are made after the most thorough polling in the game. More than 700 college coaches, sports writers, and radio and TV commentators take part. Here are capsule portraits of the top 10 college players in the country. Chet Walker, Bradley University's all-time best, 3-time All-Missouri Valley Conference choice, drafted by the Syracuse Nationals. There's Chet with a typical driving layup. Zelmo Beatty from Prairie View, Texas, winner of the Chuck Taylor Award for the most valuable player in the NAIA Championship. A tremendous scorer and rebounder, Zelmo's the first draft choice of the St. Louis Hawks. Terry Dissinger from Purdue University, an Olympic choice and 3-time leader in the Big Ten scoring parade. There you see Terry, a draft choice of the Chicago Packers. Jerry Lucas, everyone's All-America, the perfect player. Jerry led Ohio State on a 3-year spree of 78 wins against only 6 losses. Jerry Lucas, drafted by the Cincinnati Royals and the Cleveland Pipers. There he is on the post. Lenny Chappell of Wake Forest, who tallied 932 points last winter and emerged with a 4-year total of 2,502. Lenny's the Atlantic Coast Conference's Player of the Year and a draft choice of the Syracuse Nationals. Paul Hogue of Cincinnati, the most valuable player of the NCAA final. The top scorer and rebounder of the champion Bearcats. 6'9" Paul has been drafted by the New York Knickerbockers. Billy McGill of the University of Utah. Billy rewrote most of Utah's all-time campus scoring marks and led the nation last year with 1,009 points, scoring 60 of them in a game against Brigham Young. Billy's been drafted by the Chicago Packers. John Havlicek of Ohio State. Always assigned to cover the opponent's best scorer, John still managed to average 16.9 points a game. An all Big Ten choice and a hard driver, he's been drafted by the Boston Celtics. John Havlicek. Charlie Hardnett of Grambling College, the most valuable player of the 1961 NAIA tourney, in which he led his team to the national title. There he is, Charlie Hardnett, drafted by the St. Louis Hawks. He's tough. Finally, Bobby Rasco of Western Kentucky, who can play the front and back court superbly. A jump shot artist with a 25.7 average and a hustler every second he's on the floor. Bobby Rasco, drafted by the New York Knicks. The The game of basketball is played and enjoyed by millions throughout the world. It's naturally a contest of thrills and excitement. But for the coaches who have to sit on the bench, well, it's pretty often just a game of frustration. Herewith is a Converse look at some coaches. As Joe Lapchick of St. John's, he gave up a job in the pros to relax in college. Bob Callahan of Detroit University, a quiet type on the coach's bench. Jimmy McDermott of Iona. Coach Jim Williams of Colorado State University. Frank Oftring of Holy Cross. Frank played for Holy Cross just a few years back. Like most coaches, he wishes he could play again. Freddie Schaus of the Los Angeles Lakers, a very successful coach at West Virginia. He resigned to take over the Lakers 2 years ago. Now he suffers with the pros. Red Auerbach of the Boston Celtics, winner of the NBA championship for 4 years in a row. Red is one of our favorite sideline spectators, for he never misses a trick. You'd almost think he had troubles with the way he carries on. Finally, Ed Donovan of the New York Knicks. No question about it. For Mr. Coach, the game might as well be called frustration. For merriment in the basketball picture, let's follow the Harlem Magicians. They have no frustrations whatsoever. That's famed Goose Tatum in the bucket. And just look at that pass work. Watch the backhand pass to Josh Grider for the basket. Perhaps the greatest dribbler of basketball, the one and only Marquis Haynes. They can't even get the ball from him when they triple team him. Nice going. Here's a floor-level shot of these extraordinary Harlem Magicians, and that's Willie Hall now playing the pivot. Watch this one. A basket on the bounce. Once more, Goose Tatum is back in the post. This man is the greatest comic artist in sports. New England All-Stars can score, too. The Harlem Magicians turn to the long passing game, and Mr. Goose Tatum is on the scoring end. There's a pair for you, Marquis Haynes and the Goose. They're having a little game of catch. Watch the Goose. He's irrepressible. His slay of hand is naturally slightly illegal. Goose Tatum on the foul line, and this is a classic in basketball comedy. He wanted 2 shots, but the ref says only 1. Off the rim, but magic is the word for the Harlem Magicians. The magic of fun and the magic of unbelievably skillful basketball players. The 12th annual East-West All-Star Game takes place in St. Louis. East has the ball. That's Tommy Heinsohn driving, and it's Wilt Chamberlain getting the rebound. Now it's the West turn. Elgin Baylor of Los Angeles cutting across the top of the key. It rims the basket, but Walt Bellamy of Chicago taps it in. There's Bill Russell of the Celtics, and what a ball player he is. Oscar Robertson of Cincinnati brings it back. Gene Shue of Detroit, Pettit number 9. Cliff Hagan of St. Louis has it. His shot misses. Hal Greer of Syracuse takes the rebound, and he goes all the way. Once more, Bob Pettit of the St. Louis Hawks. Swish. Now Bob Cousy over to Richie Guerin. Pretty. But this is a close battle. Jerry West of Los Angeles brings it back for the Westerners. Over to Pettit. Into Elgin Baylor. It's 64-60 in favor of East at intermission. West ball, second half. Bob Pettit performing again. Just watch him under the boards. 2 points for the West. Now it's East's turn. Will Chamberlain tries his fadeaway shot, but it's no good. Pettit rebounds for the Westerners, and Jerry West goes west, but fast. The West team has certainly dominated the second half after trailing at intermission. Bellamy shot is off, and Russell rebounds. Richie Guerin whirls down court and gives to Chamberlain for a dunker. There are too many great stars on the West tonight, and the Easterners cannot catch them. Pettit, Baylor, West, and the big Oscar Robertson. There's the big O now, and West goes on to win the All-Star game 150-130. Each year, the Converse Rubber Company is proud to present the top players of the National Basketball Association. From the Major League of Basketball, we now present capsule portraits of the NBA's All-Star team, the Rookie of the Year, and the Most Valuable Player. Elgin Baylor of the Los Angeles Lakers, named for the fourth successive year. The former Seattle University ace is regarded by some as the best all-around player in the game today. Among his feats is a one-game scoring record of 71 points. Elgin Baylor of Los Angeles. There you see him again, perfectly poised and a flawless shot. Bob Pettit, the Bayou Bomber, whose name is synonymous with the St. Louis Hawks. Named 8 straight years to the All-League team, Pettit has been consistently the Hawks' top scorer and rebounder, and he's the 4th highest point maker in the history of the league with a total of 15,325 points. There he is, Bob Pettit. Wilt Chamberlain of the Philadelphia Warriors, 7 feet 1 1/16 inches. Wilt is a human scoring machine who owns every high-scoring mark, such as 100 points in one game, 50 or more points in 44 of last season's 80-game schedule, and an incredible total of 4,029 points for one season. Wilt Chamberlain. Oscar Robertson of the Cincinnati Royals. He's the game's top playmaker who completed the record-breaking total of 889 assists last winter, who was 3rd in league scoring with 2,432 points, and who led the Royals with a 30.8-point game average, the most rebounds, and a .478 shooting average. The Big O of Cincinnati. Jerry West, the #1 citizen of Cabin Creek, West Virginia. He's duplicating in NBA circles the fine record he turned in as an All-America at West Virginia University. This great backcourt star had a career high of 63 points in one game, was the 5th highest league scorer with 2,310 points, and in the opinion of many, he's yet to attain his peak. Walt Bellamy, #1 player of the new Chicago Packers, who romps off with Rookie of the Year honors. Walt won the floor shooting title with a phenomenal .513 shooting mark, and was the league's 2nd highest scorer with 2,495 points. A rookie sensation. Finally, Bill Russell, the backbone of the world champion Boston Celtics. Winner for the 2nd straight season of the Most Valuable Player award. As Russell goes, they say, so go the Celtics. A clutch performer, if ever one lived. He's basketball's all-time greatest rebounder, an unbelievably accurate and agile player. A member of the 1956 undefeated U.S. Olympic team, Bill Russell remains today the brightest star on the brightest field of basketball talent, the pros of the NBA. For a change of pace, let's go to a change of size. The Dover Basketeers. These Ohio youngsters, now in their 7th season, have performed from coast to coast. Sponsored by the Elks Lodge of Dover, Ohio, they're a real collection of wingding aces. None of them is more than an 8th grader, but despite their extreme youth, even their warm-up is incredible. Number 8 down there on the floor is Steve Trusdorf. He's 13 years old, in the 8th grade, and in his 3rd year with the team. He's really something, isn't he? Nice going, Steve. Number 6, doing a whirling dervish, is Todd Ramsey. He's 12 years old, in the 7th grade, and in his 2nd year with the Dover Basketeers. Todd Ramsey, ace from Dover, Ohio, his mother's favorite basketball player. The lads go through special drills that also are featured parts of their performance. In the 3rd group on the floor are number 4, Ken Corns, and number 3, Colby Byron. They're both first-year men, but they seem to have caught on fast, and they know how to keep that basketball bouncing. A highlight of their exhibition is a baseball game. Rick Haynes is the pitcher and Colby Byron is at bat. Kirby Tarakitis is the catcher and the fall guy. We'd like to pay a Converse salute to the Dover Basketeers, the mighty mites of basketball. The 7th and final game of the NBA championship playoffs takes place at the Boston Garden. The Boston Celtics in the white, the Los Angeles Lakers in the black. It's Boston's ball. Heinsohn driving in, passes off to Russell for the score. Now Los Angeles. Rudy LaRusso's jump shot is off the hoop, and Russell rebounds for the Celtics. He brings it up court. Over to Frank Ramsey in the corner. Pretty. Again, Los Angeles. Elgin Baylor. Over to Jim Krebs. On to Jerry West. 2 points for the Lakers. Bob Cousy, number 14, one of the all-time greats of Boston. K.C. Jones in the corner. His shot is up and missed. Baylor rebounds and races all the way for Los Angeles. What a basketball player. K.C. Jones, number 25. Frank Ramsey has it. Off the rim, and so is the tap by Russell. But K.C. Jones rebounds, and Sam Jones hits from the side. A long pass to Elgin Baylor. In game number 5, he hit for a record 61 points, and he doesn't miss this time. K.C. Jones takes it across the line for Boston. Into Tom Heinsohn, who hooks it in there. Elgin Baylor is being guarded closely by Tom Sanders. Cousy taps the ball away and takes the pass from Jones to score. 53-47 in favor of Boston at halftime. Lakers ball, second half. Selby, number 11. Baylor, number 22. Watch him drive right through. And he's good. Sam Jones across the line for the Celtics. Over to Cousy. A beautiful pass to Russell for a dunk shot. LaRusso of Los Angeles rims the basket, but Elgin Baylor rebounds. Back to LaRusso, and it's in. Bill Russell, number 6. Tom Sanders. No good, but the rebound is gobbled up by Cousy. Sharp ball handling down there as Sam Jones finally gets the basket. There's Sam. Individual high scorer of the game is Los Angeles, Elgin Baylor. And here you see him now, a marvelous performer. Swish. Cousy to Bill Russell. Out to Sam Jones. No good, but Russell sinks the rebound. Frank Selby, number 11. Jerry West, number 44. Pretty. With seconds left to play, Boston leads by 2 points, 100-98. A steal by Jerry West, who races down the court. His shot is missed, but Selvey gets the rebound, and the game ends in a tie at 100 all. Boston's ball in overtime. Casey Jones passed to Sam Jones for the score. Jerry West for Los Angeles. Off the rim, and there's a battle for the rebound. Tom Hawkins gets the basket. He's got the ball, and there's the bucket. Bob Cousy, always the able floor general, steadies the Celtics now. Sam Jones watching and looking. He's good, and Boston leads by 3 points with only a few seconds to go. And now it's up to Cousy, dribbling the ball and running out the remaining seconds in one of the great performances of his career. It's all over as the frenzied crowd rushes out on the floor. The Boston Celtics have won their 4th consecutive NBA championship, 110-107, over the gallant Los Angeles Lakers.